we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about one of the hardest parts of the music production process and how you can overcome it. So stay tuned. What is up, everyone? It is Daniel here from UpstreamSquad. So arranging really is one of the toughest parts of the music production process. Turning that idea that you had in your head into a full track that is interesting from start to finish is a difficult task. And for many producers, this is where their track ends up in that dreaded unfinished project folder. And we all know what happens to those tracks that are in that folder. They never see the light of day. So we've all been in this situation before. We've all worked on an arrangement, gotten bored with it, and then thrown it in the unfinished project folder. But arranging out your songs doesn't have to be some complicated process. By applying it to simple techniques, we can easily get into the arrangement process and quickly start generating ideas. And this is the key here, quickly generating ideas. If you don't quickly generate ideas, what happens is you start to over-listen to your song. And when you over-listen to your song, you're always going to get bored of it, no matter how good the song is. So that doesn't mean you have to finish your track in like 30 seconds. You don't have to sit there and just go, oh my god, I need to finish as fast as possible. Let's just get into the DAW and I'll show you what I mean with these two techniques. So the first tip that we're going to go over is arranging by subtraction. It can be quite daunting looking at a blank canvas or a very empty looking project file. Even after you get your 8-bar loop started, there still is just so much blank space and it can be intimidating. So the most common way that producers approach the arrangement process is just by gradually filling in the empty arrangement with various combinations of their sounds. They may start from the beginning with the intro, the verse, and just continue on till the end. You can think of this as like your blank canvas, where you start with nothing on the canvas, and then you paint until you fill in the entire canvas. And for this tip, all you're going to do is just take your 8-bar loop or the elements that you have ready to arrange out and duplicate them out for an average length time of a song. That's it. So we started a really simple song. It's a 4-bar loop, and we want to start arranging it out. Let's first have a listen to it. So now let's apply our subtractive arranging technique. Again, it's just duplicating out all the sounds that we have for an average length of a song. So we'll just go ahead and duplicate this out for around 3.5 minutes. And now we're ready to start playing around with the arrangement. So don't think about adding different sounds to the verse, the chorus. Again, just lay everything out for an average length of a song. So now this becomes more like sculpting instead of painting in on a canvas. And using this subtractive method could be a more productive way for you to finish your arrangements, as you'll be able to hear the sounds in flow, and you can better determine which sounds sound good together, and it can help generate many more ideas for your song, as opposed to just trying to fill in blank space. So then what you could do is, again, just start arranging out everything by subtraction. So we can start to build our song this way. So we have our intro. Let's say we just want the plucks playing. Take out all the other sounds. And then let's say we just want our kick, plucks, and the bass line playing in the next section. So we'll take out our drum loops, take out these guys here as well, the organic pluck and the keys. And then in the next section, we'll have everything come in. Then maybe in the next section, we'll take out some of the loops. Let's take out one of the loops here. So you can start to hear we're already building a more dynamic arrangement just from our 4-bar loop. And all we have is our drums and a few main instruments. So really, you can start with 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, a verse and a chorus, really anything before you do this subtractive arrangement technique. Just make sure you have the main idea of your song laid out first, and then you can duplicate everything for the length of an average song. So for example, let's say you're working on a dubstep track. Your dubstep drop is going to have much different sounds than your verse would. So you could build out a 4-bar or 8-bar verse and a 4-bar, 8-bar drop, and then arrange out those 2 sections to fill out an entire track. Again, just get the main ideas down. Don't overthink it. Don't think about different sections when you're creating this main idea. Just get the main idea down and then arrange it out and use the subtraction process. Another technique that you can use in conjunction with this technique, or just by itself, is by creating a rough skeleton from a song that you like in the genre or style that you're working in. So we've loaded up a reference song in the same style or genre that we're working in, and we made sure that it was synced to our DAW's BPM. That way we can ensure that it is proportional to our track. And then what we're going to do is add in markers where we see changes in the arrangement, whether that be the different sections of the track or changes in instruments that you deem noteworthy. So let's have a listen to our reference track. So right here, we can just add an arrangement marker and label it kick in / verse. And then we can continue with this. And you'll notice that the changes will usually happen every 4 to 8 bars. This is usually where you're going to want to put your markers. But again, any change in the arrangement that you think would work well in your track, go ahead and make a note of that with an arrangement marker. I'm lost in the waters. So we can just simply put add drums. We don't have to be super specific, as in add in a snap or anything like that. Again, this is just to provide a skeleton for our track, a framework for which we can arrange our track in. It doesn't necessarily have to be mimicking the track that we are referencing. Sunshine, lost in space. We just say chords, vocal. Sunshine, lost. You say drums in again here. We can also call this a little mini breakdown. So once you've mapped out the entire arrangement, you can go ahead and delete your reference song, and you'll have your markers still here, and you can use these as a guide for your arrangement. And since you're using your own elements, your own musical ideas, your track is not going to sound anything close to what the reference track sounded like. Again, you're just using the basic framework. So I would definitely recommend playing around with these 2 different techniques. And that is going to do it for this tutorial, everyone. I want to thank you guys so much for checking it out. I hope you found it helpful. I know that these 2 arranging tips will definitely help you out with your arrangements, so please give them a try. And if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, go ahead and subscribe to the UpstreamSquad YouTube channel. And for more quick little tutorials like this one, feel free to follow us on Instagram at UpstreamSquad_. And again, follow us on the UpstreamSquad YouTube channel. As always, everyone, have fun making music to the top.